there. I talk to people every day who want to write a book, but they're afraid that they're gonna quit. They're afraid that they're gonna start a project and never drive it to completion. So I'm Ann Shibani. I'm a content developer, ghostwriter, and publisher. And I've seen all the reasons people start a book and never finish. And the first reason, the first kind of reason somebody would start a book and invest all that time, energy, and money into it, the first reason they would quit is some kind of act of God. Maybe they lose their partner, maybe they lose a parent, or there's some big upheaval in their life that kills creativity and essentially throws everything out of whack. The second reason, or the second category of reasons that people quit, are what I call the bloom is off the rose. You know, in the beginning, everything is exciting and beautiful and appealing and elegant, and there's such high hopes for it. But we get far enough in the process that the beauty and the ease and the joy of it completely disappears. It has faded, and we're down to, you know, the hard work of writing. So the bloom is off the rose takes a bunch of different guises. One, it's the guise of first draft mentality, where there's an expectation that you're going to get your brilliant ideas down onto the paper in one go. And when you discover that that's not how it happens, that beautiful idea that you have in your head, that story that you want to tell, when it doesn't look like what you're imagining it, but instead looks like garbage on the page, the first natural reaction is there must be something wrong with you. There must be, you're not cut out for writing. So people will quit when they face that because they think it's them. The other is they question the ROI. They'll get in the middle of it, and it takes longer than they expect, and they start calculating how much it's costing them to be writing the book or to be working with a professional, or how much it's going to cost them to publish it, and what about promotion. And they're not done, but what other costs and expenses, time, money, and effort is coming down the pike, and they stop. The other is, facing the imposter syndrome. Suddenly your ideas aren't as clear or as unique or as compelling as you thought they were. They're not landing on the page and really, making you feel like you got something. So you assume that you don't have it, so you quit. So any of these reasons that are, process-oriented reasons, it's not as fun, it's more time-consuming, it's harder than you expect, it's not happening as fast. It can throw people. The people who suffer an act of God, they're far more likely to come back to it because they feel like something outside of themselves, something out of their control took them off the journey. But the people who quit because the rose has, the bloom has come off the rose, it's harder for them to go back on track because they think there's something innately wrong with them or they haven't figured out the ROI. Anyway, if you're thinking about writing a book for business, get really clear on the ROI, get really clear on the fact that it's a process and you're going to have to spend a lot of time being uncertain and feeling inadequate. It's just part of the process. Anyway, may the bloom never go off your rose.